Hey guys, welcome back to Headlines. I believe some of you have known the psychological concept 心流, mental flow. It is a state where you are fully immersed in an activity. And this is also the best mental state you could ever hope for. When you do something, you lose track of time, you are productive and well concentrated, as if there are only you and the mission in the world. But how we could get into it is partially elusive. It seems that we can't do it through purposefully seeking. So today's article is from Stanford Business and digging into how we could get into the flow proactively. 大家都听说过心流啊，它通常是在打游戏、运动或者阅读的时候会出现。这种状态非常的美好，但是似乎可遇不可求，是一个被动到来的状态。今天的文章讲的就是如何帮助大家去主动进入心流的状态。Most of us have experienced it, whether working on something creative like a music composition or striving for the next level on a video game. It is the state of flow or the feeling of being completely immersed and engaged in what you are doing, getting lost in the process. In other words, flow is being in the zone where distractions fade and productivity spikes. The thinking has been that flow emerges when there is compatibility between the difficulty of a task and your skill level, but that still leaves a lot of questions unanswered.Fade and spike are useful terms to describe a rising or a falling trend. Fade 淡出，慢慢下降。Spike 是尖峰，也就是突然上升。Compatibility is the ability to existing with something or someone. 这种兼容性 so the adjective is compatible. For example, marriage and parenting don't seem compatible for her. 婚姻和子女教育兼容的不太好。Or, Mary and I are very compatible. 我们相处得很好。The compatibility of the application is the equality of robust functionality in different phone systems and versions. 那软件的兼容性它指的就是能够适配不同的系统和不同的版本。Alright, from this chart, you could tell that the state of flow is achieved between anxiety and boredom. But it's tricky to get into the flow. It's like wire walking, so you could easily fall into anxiety or boredom if the weights of two factors are not well balanced. 那么心流呢，就是在你的能力和任务的挑战性的匹配上做一个平衡。那挑战大于你的水平，人就会觉得焦虑；小于你的水平，你又会觉得无聊。The team consistently found that entering a flow state depends on two factors, starting with the optimal level of uncertainty, meaning no foregone conclusions, and the ability to reduce the uncertainty predictably based on one's performance. It is about perceiving that something is challenging but not possible and becomes more attainable as you engage in repeated, increasingly successful efforts.Forego has two usages. One is to go before something, as the spelling suggests, for plus go. For instance, the story of his mishap forewent him. 他的那些糗事先于他本身出现了，有点像 your repetition precedes you. 那这里的 no foregone conclusion 就是没有先行的结论。The other usage of forego is to proceed without something, although you'd like to have it.不得已而放弃吧。For example, public advice to forego beach activities due to high surfs. 建议放弃海滩活动，因为浪太高。进入心流的两个因素是 optimal level, 最佳的不确定性等级，就是没有先行结论的。第二个就是降低这种不确定性的能力。If a student thinks a low or high grade is foregone conclusion, that's going to sabotage flow. Same for a student who feels hopeless about passing the test. An expert suggests devising processes that inject uncertainty into the future to make the students more curious about the outcome. A struggling student may be asked to think about the fewest number of assignments they need to turn in before acing the work. Or you could ask a top student to see how many assignments they can ace in a row.A struggling student is pretty euphemistic, right? 苦苦挣扎的学生。A top student, you know what he or she is like. 打网球呢有 ace 球，那 ace the work is perform extremely well in the work. For example, he aced every subject. 这里特指是每一门都得高分。相比只看分数呢 inject uncertainty 可以主动注射不确定性来帮助实现心流。There are business-related applications as well. Don't just frame a sales competition as winner-take-all. Most people will assume they won't win. But if there are lots of prizes and the size of the prize depends on where you rank, now there's a lot of uncertainty. Frame A as B is to express or shape A as B. 把 A 表达为 B. Winner-take-all. 赢家通吃。多维度的奖励可以让人们不仅仅关注单一的指标，增加了不确定性。Ultimately, Flow comes down to facing a situation with reducible uncertainty. The circumstance may already feature that, or we can hack it into the system ourselves. Inject uncertainty is a way to improve engagement and productivity by getting into the flow. Come down to 学过好多次了，归结语 Everything comes down to a math problem. Reducible uncertainty 可以减少的不确定性。Hack into the system 黑进系统 Hack would also act as the noun with the meaning of shortcut and easy way to get into something. Say a life hack. 生活的小窍门 Instead of saying let's pray that we could get into flow, why not take any proactive measures to engage yourself in this beautiful and productive state? This is Headlines. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next upload.